Hi fellas, this is schematics again to the solution. Okay fellas, so now we're gonna proceed to the previous question. So previously we have plot the graph. Okay, so this is the first part of this question. Plot a graph of ln k against 1 by t. So we have plot a graph of ln k against 1 by t. Okay, so now we're gonna calculate the gradient from the graph. Okay, that we have plotted, and use this to calculate the activation of energy. Okay, so here we're gonna do two things. First, we're gonna calculate the gradient of the graph. Calculate the gradient of the graph. Okay, and secondly, uh, we're gonna calculate the activation of energy. Okay, activation energy. So from the Arrhenius equation, okay, so from the Arrhenius equation we can see that ln k is equals to this multiplied by this plus a constant. So if we compare this with a straight line, so this ln k is equals to y, and minus ea is m, and x is this 1 by t, and constant is constant, as we all know. So here m is the gradient. Okay, so let us write the formula first. Gradient. So from the mathematics, you all know that gradient is equals to y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2. All right. So this gradient should be minus ea divided by r. Since m is equals to minus ea divided by r. Okay. Okay. So now let us find the gradient. So at first let us find two coordinates y1 and y2. So let us find two y. So y1, one is y1 and y2, and then x1 and x2 corresponding x values. Okay, corresponding the x values. So here is the graph. Here is one thing to mention, that we need to take the largest triangle as possible. Okay, the largest triangle that we can take as possible. So in this case, uh, we have taken we're gonna take the values for which values. Yeah, we're gonna take this particular point and this particular point. Okay, so this is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3, and this is minus 5.60. Okay, so this is minus 5.60. So here we will take the largest triangle as possible. So this is the largest triangle. So we're gonna find the gradient from this point, from that point. Okay, from this to that point. So here let us find the gradient. So we will take this point, 3.41 into 10 to the power minus 3, minus 9.75, and this thing, 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 into, sorry, minus 5.60. Okay, so let's do it. So minus 9.8. So we are taking the y-axis first, where we have come. Sorry. So first we will take the y-axis, that is minus 9.8. Let us consider this as minus 9.8, and this minus 5.60. Okay, so minus 9.8 minus 5.60. Okay, and then let us take the x's value. So we will take the corresponding x value. Okay, so in this case 3.00 into 10 to the power minus 3, and in here 3.41 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay. Sorry, I have got cold, so I'm just coughing. Sorry, this again I have made a mistake once again. So 3.41 into 10 to the power minus 3 minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, don't forget to mention these things. Okay. So if we calculate, we will get the gradient as this thing. We will get the gradient. This is the gradient minus EA divided by R. Okay. So if we calculate minus 9.8 minus 5.6 divided by 3.41 into 10 to the power minus 3 minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. The value comes as minus 10243.9. So as you can see that this is the value for gradient, not the value for EA, that is activation energy. This is not the value for activation energy. This is the particular value for the gradient. Okay. So from here we will find the value of EA. Okay. So this is minus EA is equals to minus 10243.9 multiplied by R. Here the value of R is given in this question, that is R, the value of R is given. The value of R is given 8.31. Okay, so this should be in joule. So in here the value will come as EA is equals to minus 10244 multiplied by 8.31. 8 5, this should be positive. Okay, 8 5 1 2 8 joule per mole. Sorry fellas, the unit for activation energy is joule per mole. Okay, so this is your answer. So we have found the activation energy for joule per mole. Okay, so here is one thing that we need to know, that sorry fellas, so that here is one thing that we need to know, that this value should come positive. Okay, so if it does not come positive, then the value should be so your answer should be wrong if it is not a positive value, since we know from the definition of activation energy, that is EA, it is the energy required. Okay, it is the energy required to occur an equation. It is the minimum energy required to form for a reaction to occur. Okay, or to form successful collision between the particles. So it is the energy required. So according to the definition, this should satisfy the value. Okay, this should this definition, this value should satisfy this definition, that is the energy required, that is the value should be positive. Okay, since the value is positive, so this is an endothermic reaction, and endothermic reaction is, sorry, endothermic endothermic reaction, yes. In endothermic reaction, the energy is taken in. Okay, so that is why the value should be positive. If the value is not positive, then the answer is wrong. Okay, and by the definition, we are assured that the value should be positive. Okay, so fellas, that's the end of this series. Okay, so if you have missed the previous episode, so I'm gonna leave the link at the end of this video tutorial. So if you want, you may watch them. Okay, so tell us, this this video is this video might help you a lot. Okay, fellas, so if you have any question regarding this topic, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, I'm always happy to help you out. So fellas, signing out. Best of luck. Peace with chemistry.